Quickly, before we get into the topic of this video, Dragon Ball Legends has just announced on their Twitter that Super Saiyan Broly, the purple one, is finally getting a Zenkai. Yes, the last member of the original Holy Trinity will be getting Zenkai, so I can't wait to see how that's going to affect Dragon Ball Legends in the meta and just how good he is. So, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So, for this video, there was a Q&A with Toshi, the producer of Dragon Ball Legends, during the Dragon Ball Battle Hour, during the Little Legends segment, and in it, Toshi was asked a question, are you planning more transformations for Shallot? In which his answer was, right now, they're thinking of ways to make the transformations unique. There's a chance for anything, so we'll need to wait and see. Now, I found this to be rather interesting. They're thinking of ways to make the transformations unique. I don't know how unique you could really make the remaining transformations besides the fact that Shallot has a tail and no one else has a tail. If you change it up any other way, that's kind of just making a new transformation, which got me thinking, well, what transformations could they possibly make for Shallot? Since he was also asked about if they want to continue making the story and if they have any plans to end it soon, and he said no, they want to keep going with the story for a while and there's no plans to end it. And I mean, Shallot's kind of getting towards the end of transformations unless they start stretching out the time in between them. He's already at God, and that leaves Super Saiyan Blue, which we should probably be getting soonish, hopefully. It makes a lot of sense in the story right now, actually, if Shallot were to get Blue, because right now Giblet is being tortured by the Mastermind to gain some new amazing power, and Giblet and Shallot were already even at Super Saiyan God, so if Giblet gets stronger, you would believe, well, Shallot's gonna get stronger too, which the next logical step would be Super Saiyan Blue, so it would make sense that Shallot gets that soon. After that, though, Shallot would have to learn the Kaioken from Goku to get the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. He could learn Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, just like how Vegeta did in the Tournament of Power, and then there's Ultra Instinct Sign, or Omen, and Mastered Ultra Instinct. So there's not many forms left for Shallot, but if they plan to keep the story going for a while, he may need some more transformations unless they want to slow down, you know, how often he gets a new transformation. And I think one really popular idea is that Shallot gets a Super Saiyan 4 transformation. I know there's a whole bunch of people who are like, oh, well, Super Saiyan 4 is weaker than Super Saiyan Blue, and I'm not going to get into the power scaling of the forms here, but I think a lot of people just love to see Shallot get Super Saiyan 4 for whatever reason, just because Super Saiyan 4 is a super popular form. Lots of people love it more than Super Saiyan Blue, and there are people who don't like it as much, but I think that having it as an option would be awesome to see for Shallot. And people would really love to have a Super Saiyan 4 form that maybe his stats are different than the Super Saiyan Blue form. That tends to be the form that are, you know, talked about since they're both like the pinnacle before we get into Ultra Instinct and that nonsense. So there's that idea. Then I thought, well, hey, if they want to give out unique forms, there are some fan-made forms that are pretty popular out there. One of them is Super Saiyan 5. If you're really into Dragon Ball, you may have heard of this form. It's from Dragon Ball AF, and with it, it's a form after Super Saiyan 4. I know, absolutely crazy. You never thought that Super Saiyan 5 would come after Super Saiyan 4, but it does, and with it, it's kind of similar to Ultra Instinct in that it's white hair, but it looks like Super Saiyan 4 with white hair, essentially. It's kind of like a Ultra Instinct form of Super Saiyan 4, at least looks-wise. Originally, it was obtained by Goku while he was training with Pikkon, where it was revealed the form is almost impossible to control and to transform it into will. And then Goku's evil son, Zyko. There's a whole bunch of crazy stuff that goes on in these fan-made things, so also obtained the form. I'm also reading this off of the magical CBR website, which I know gets stuff wrong sometimes, so sorry if I butchered that for anyone who's really big into Dragon Ball AF. I'm just going off of what I got here. I don't remember everything. Then we have Super Saiyan Purple, which kind of makes a lot of sense because they've kind of just started giving Super Saiyan just new colors for new forms. Super Saiyan God is just a red version of the, you know, it's not super, it's of the base form. It's just a red version of their hair. Super Saiyan Blue is just Super Saiyan, but now it's blue. So there still could be some other colors left like purple. Orange hasn't been used yet, although Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is commonly depicted with orange coloration. Then we have white already. Pink has been used in the form of rosé, so doubt we'll be seeing that anywhere else. Green is the Kale / Broly legendary Super Saiyan thing. Kefla also has it, but that's because she's a fusion of Kale and Caulifla, so makes sense there. If Shallot were to get like a purple or some new color, Legends were to completely break out a new form in a way, since we'll have to see what the real Dragon Ball Super does with its manga, since Goku's, Goku's getting there, and we'll have to see if they decide to give him a new form or what happens, going forward with that, since Goku's pretty powerful already and things are going to be interesting. But there's many forms out there. People have even created all the way up to Super Saiyan 10. Like, that's how many forms there are. But for the most part, Super Saiyan 5 through 10 are all just kind of weird, different-ish versions of Super Saiyan 4. They all have like the fur and the long hair, and then they just kind of change color, or maybe the hair is a bit longer, or the fur is, they're not like that different for the most part. There's one form I thought that was pretty cool here on this list, Spectral Super Saiyan. Effectively, you have no physical power, like punches, but you gain a ton of mental and ki-based power. I have no idea if we'll ever see that. Dragon Ball is kind of big muscles hit hard, not necessarily the most adept form of fighting, but I thought that was kind of a cool idea, just looking at the list of forms here. And then there's Ultra Mastered Super Saiyan, which is a combination of Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan God. And really, as you can see here in the picture, it's Goku and Vegeta with their Super Saiyan 4 hair, but then they're not covered in like fur. So I don't know, I'm interested to see what they mean by give Shallot unique forms for the transformations. I'd love to see if they eventually got to the point where there were no new transformations that he could take, from the original Dragon Ball, if they decided to just make up some new forms or steal some fan-made ideas. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think Shallot's new forms are going to be? What do you think is going to make them unique for Shallot? Love to hear your guys' comments down below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, slap a like on the bad boy, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I hope y'all are staying happy and healthy, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.